Kathy, look what you've done.
Oh, it's my God. Oh, boy.
Okay, you guys, we are back with another video. So, Kim's did Kim's Mess live on TikTok Shop. Guys, let me tell you this. The devil works hard, but hands down to Kim Kardashian. She works harder. And this is why I tell you guys that Bianca can come with beautiful designs, the best women's wear. But if she doesn't have the longevity, she will not able to outshine Skims permanently. She will be able to do it temporarily, but she has to have the momentum that Kim has. How many years has Kim been going at this? Years. Kim is a true workaholic to her core. If you can remember Kim, you remember those Shoe Dazzle days? Shoe Dazzle is Kim. You guys do know that, right? So if you remember those work days, even when they were on the Kardashians and Khloe and Kourtney would be out there just partying, living their best life, Kim was like, heck no, I'm not drinking. You guys know Kim, she drank once and the next day she could not get up to work like a horse. And she said, that's it. She's not drinking ever again. And she has stick to that, besides the fact that she's getting older now and she is going through a lot of stress with her divorce, and the divorce was taking a toll on her mentally, because the truth is Kim is self-centered, superficial, artificial to the core, but she loved her marriage. She loved the attention of Kim Ye. She loved the fact that they had all the media outlets buzzing and everyone wanted to know what Kim Ye was up to. And the moment that Kanye West left, and the moment that Kanye West was unwell, that Kim Ye fairy tale was ruined for her, and she seemed as though she gave it a shot, but Ye didn't want to take the meds, and she was like, you're gonna have to take your medication because these erratic behaviors, I can't deal with them. And she left him, because of that. Whew, Lord child, that's another story in itself. But I'm just saying, Kim has been going at this for so long, and she has the longevity that many people don't have. She consistently reinvents herself. She consistently markets herself, and as such, it's gonna be hard for Bianca to compete with Kim. Very hard. Bianca could actually put an end to Skims. She could, but she would have to be persistent. She would have to have longevity, and she would have to be a go-getter who consistently reinvents themselves like a Kim Kardashian. And it takes guts to do what Kim does. It takes a whole lot of guts. You have to be on a different level of narcissism to do what Kim, people like Kim, there's only a very few, and that's in a good way, and that's also in a bad way. There are very few like her. No, as I've said, Kim Kardashian, she took Skims to Kim's Mess Live on TikTok Shop, right? I'm gonna include some clips for you guys. It was holiday themed, and it was the shoppable live stream on TikTok. We saw Nicki Minaj doing that with her Pink Friday nails collection. It did really good. Kim brought back the old sales core to the TikTok live. When you would call in, when they would say, call on your screen, 188 or 1-800. She did that. Her mom was there. Khloe was there. And every time they said, caller, call in for advice, it would be Khloe. No, it would be Kourtney who's calling in and saying, my sister wants to outshine me for Christmas. And then at times, Kim Kardashian would be behind the scenes pretending to be the caller, and then she would just walk into the room. No, it was a 45 minutes long live stream. and Kim was beautifully dressed. But you know what I don't like about Kim? Her face is just so stiff. There's no facial expression. The face is like this consistently. Hi guys, and yay, you need to call in, because if you don't call in, you're not gonna, and we're gonna have giveaways. Call in. That was Kim's face the entire time. Like, I could not stay. Alive. I kid you not, because I was like, what the heck is going on with Kim? Is this woman demon possessed or something? Child, when I tell you, I was on that live, but I had to get off because Kim was like, and I kid you not, I kid you absolutely not. I'm not exaggerating, but it was good. Kris Jenner was there. Kyle Richards was there. The people were definitely interactive, and she did a few little giveaways. She had some discounts and all of that jazz. But, Kim Kardashian is tapping into the ecosystem of TikTok Shop. And that is something that you don't see from many brands, especially you see with Kim. Kim never considers herself to be too high to go too low to make money. When it comes to money, Kim will stoop low. She will stoop low to make that money. And what I mean by that is, do you know how sometimes you have some brands, and whenever the brand has a market value, for example, she's now saying Skims is worth what? Somewhere between $5 or $6 billion. Many people would not take a brand with such market value on TikTok Shop. Many people would look at TikTok Shop as a store for knockoff brands. They would say, oh, my brand is too bougie to be on TikTok Shop. I'm not going to put it over there. And those brands or businesses would rather struggle the hell out and fail. But Kim is like, there's no failing in this. It has to succeed, even if she needs to go down under. Not to the pit of hell, but down beneath the pit of hell. She's going to go down there to ensure that her brand is a success. And this is why, we should not envy anyone for anything they have, because like hell, the things that Kim is willing to do, the sacrifices that she's willing to make, very few of us would do the same thing. Like Kim doesn't consider anything to be beneath her to make her brand a success. If Kim is supposed to kiss a man with a sore foot, she's gonna do it. And if she is supposed to do it for the entire world to see, once it boosts the sale of her brand, that's what's most important. The figures. The figures are what this girl works with. So, hats off to her. Hats off to her. I made some notes here. I'm just looking to see if there's anything else I've missed as it relates to that Kim's mess, TikTok live shop video. I'm looking to see, because it was truly entertaining. It was very entertaining. Sometimes a bit too much with the theatrics, but, I think Chloe brought the real spice. Everyone was loving Chloe. Chloe was funny. Chloe was real. She was authentic. Like, Chloe is that girl. You guys know that Chloe is my favorite Kardashian. She's just relatable. She's just so real. She has no filter, like myself. But you guys wouldn't know that, would you? Chloe has no filter. I don't have any filter, but I've been coached on my behavior and like, hey, you need to have some filter. And I'm like, I don't know how to be a hypocrite, Why should I have some filter? But, I understand the need for it in places and time. But, hey, hats off to Kim with that TikTok shop, Xmas Live. Did you see it? Did you see any of the clips? If so, let me know what's your opinion. Leave your comment below and we're going to talk some more in the comment section. Peace.